did try to challenge China with the ball, but both teams will be itching to register a win, a crucial fixture coming up, and both teams realize the importance of this fixture, and they'll be looking to bring their A game to the fore. The weather, as you can see in the backdrop, looks really good, and there's been no rain around, and hopefully it stays that way. The forecast is pretty good for the next day as well. So plenty of cricketing action left today, and we are in for some really fascinating action. So we're just few minutes away from toss. As soon as it's done, we will be giving you an update very shortly on that. So we have an update. So the toss has just taken place a few minutes ago between Philippines and Mongolia, and it's Mongolia who won the toss, and they have decided to ball first. It'll be interesting to see how they go about their business. What will be their strategy? Mongolia were pretty. They had a very ordinary outing against China. They were able to pick up a few wickets, but still they have a lot of catching up to do. And the losing streak of either of the two teams will come to an end in match number 8. And now the toss is done. We'll have the national anthem ceremony, and after that, we'll get on with live action. Stay tuned, everyone. So everyone, all the teams are lining up for the national anthem ceremony, and the match officials are also in readiness for the national anthem ceremony. Once that's done, we will be we will get on with the game, and we'll give you all the live action. Looks like the national anthem ceremony is done, and we are all set to go. Players disperse one last time before they take the field, and the umpire is just gradually making their way out to the center. As you can see, the weather looking really bright, no signs of rain. Yes, a little bit of cloud cover, but that's all right. We can expect an uninterrupted day of cricket. And bringing you the lineups, starting with Mongolia, you've got Ganushk at the top, an all-rounder, followed by Jargal Saikan, Bat Jargal, Tux Jargal, Ikenbold, Batsnan, Batisteg, Batsetseg, correction, Arden Butter, the all-rounder, Amar Jagal, Bator, and Baya Raja Khalan. Some really fascinating names out there, and some all rounders as well. Moving on to the Philippines lineup, we've got Busa at the top, followed by Medianista, Donovan, Valdez, Keane, Barcelona, Smith, and Andreno, Masaya, Keane, and Castillo. So, really, a lot of potential in both the lineups, lots of all rounders as well. And just to reiterate to everyone, to all our viewers, it's Mongolia who won the toss, and they have asked Philippines to have a bat first. Just few moments away from kickoff, the umpires are waiting. They're waiting for the players to take the field. So right then, the players are out in the field. Mongolia will be bowling first. They didn't get off to a good start against China when they were asked to bat first. Now they want to have a ball first and see and give their bowlers a chance to strike early. Maybe that will help them set the tone early on. The Philippines struggled a lot with the bat against China in their tournament opener. The field is ready. They've got one fly slip. There's one fielder at fly slip and a packed offside field. Quite a lot of fielders around the batter. Still, there's a waiting game which is being played. Umpires are just doing their routine checks. Something is not quite right. They're just checking their clock. They want to start at exactly 2:30 p.m. local time, and it looks like it's sharp 2:30. Arden Butter will take the new ball, and she'll be bowling to Andreno, who's on strike. Smith at the other end. We've got liftoff. Starts off with a wayward delivery down the leg side. Was there some touch involved? We'll have to wait and see. Wide. Couple of wides down the leg side, and Philippines are away in this encounter. 2 runs on the board, and not a single ball has been balled. And that's the start you want as a batting side. No balls balled, no deliveries balled, and then you got few runs on the board already. And that ball was on target from Arden Batar, a lot straighter at the stumps. You got to make the most of the new ball. The areas have to be good. Uh, no ball is the signal from the umpire. This is not a very ideal start for Mongolia. Wide down the leg side, then a good delivery, and after that, very poor delivery. Too far wide across to the offside. Loopy full toss, and Smith has got the license to go big early doors. Can she cash in? Misses out. The keeper does not put a clean stop. Ends up being a dot ball, so that free hit delivery not proving too costly for Mongolia. And that's much better from Erden Batar. We've not seen too many deliveries on target from her in this over. She's been a touch erratic. That's wide again. Couple of wides in this over and a no ball. She's certainly not getting her rhythm right. And she's given away a few runs, few easy runs to Philippines. Another wide. Two back-to-back wides, three wides in this over overall. No runs off the bat for Philippines. It's only been extras so far for Philippines. And another wide. Now this is turning out to be a pretty lengthy over. We've seen five extras. She's probably balled 8 deliveries in this over. Can it be a 12 ball over? Nicely balled. Finally, she gets it right. Some relief for Erden Batar. Much better. Nicely punched through the offside. The chase is on. It's going to be a bit of a teaser. Oh, now has she stopped that cleanly? She certainly stopped it, but she did get her right foot beyond the line. Umpire seems satisfied. And they have taken 3 runs. Excellent running between the wickets. Already a big over in the making for Philippines. Swing and a miss. Beaten, but just too wide once again. Arden Better has been very costly in this over. Lots of extras. Look at that at the bottom right corner of your screen. Extras galore in this over. She ends it well. She gets through this over. It's been a big one for Philippines first up. Managed to get 10 runs in the very first over of the innings. It's 10 for none after one. That was a very expensive start from Arden Batar. Now Rajav Khala into the attack. Starts off with a low full toss. So runs quite easy to come by for Philippines. They're getting it quite easily. Nicely balled. Much better. That's a very good ball. But we've not seen deliveries like that from the Mongolian bowlers consistently enough. Another good ball around the corridor of uncertainty, asking all the difficult questions. And Reno is not off the mark yet. So it's really a very crucial time for her. She needs to get her eye in and play a little sensibly. That'll be a wide. We've already seen plenty of extras so far. We are into the second over, and I probably don't have a count of it, but we've seen at least 10 extras by now. On the leg side, but clearly Adreno had got some pad. She certainly got some touch on it, so it'll be a legal delivery, thankfully, for Raja Khala. Nicely driven through the offside, just wide of the fielder at point. Will pick up a single. And Reno gets off the mark with that single. Look at that. 5 runs off the bat and 8 runs in the form of extras. So extras are the top scorer for Philippines. Bowling has just been a little lackluster from Mongolia. Nicely guided away towards backward point. And that's the end of the over. It's 14 for none after 2. So Amar Jargal comes in, and we've seen an immediate bowling change from Mongolia. She's bowling the third over of the innings. Presents the full face of the bat straight to the fielder at short extra cover. Good piece of bowling from Amarjar Gal. You want to be on target. You want to make the most of the new ball by having a chat with the player, with the fielder. I'm not sure. Everyone's getting involved. The two umpires getting involved, and not sure what's happening. We will certainly experience a slight hold up in play. And time for the players to have a refreshment maybe while the delay is currently in place. Looks like it's all sorted out now. Looks like one of the Mongolian players was struggling possibly with an injury. It was a little bit of a stoppage, but now we are all set to resume. Little bit of room on offer. That's been punched off the back foot. What a glorious shot that was from Adriano. Little bit of room on offer, slightly on the shorter side. Look at the way she's picked the length quite early, rocks back onto the back foot. Not a lot of gap between cover and extra cover, and nicely placed in the end. She was going for the second run. She really didn't need to. She struck that ball so nicely out of the middle of the bat. Philippines are up and running, that's for sure. Pressure on the fielding side. And she tries to play a similar type of shot again, and this time it has resulted in her demise. Would you believe it? I'm not sure why she started running immediately after hitting the ball. We'll take a look at the replay. She plays it quite nicely straight to the fielder at short extra cover. She was a long way down the pitch, and Riano was starting to look good, and she has just thrown her wicket away. Mongolia get an early breakthrough. It's 19 for 1, almost halfway through the third over. So that wicket will just sort of give Mongolia a little bit of a lift. And the wicket was gifted by Philippines. Andriano, I'm not sure what she was thinking. Brain fade moment, really, uh, from her. She played a gorgeous looking back foot punch, and she was showing really positive signs early doors, and she'll be disappointed with the way she has been dismissed. End of the over. It's 19 for 1 after 3. So Bayaraj Khala is back for her second over. Punches it off the back foot, slightly aerial, just falls short of the fielder, and they've stolen a quick single. Little wider once again. And another wide for from by Raja of Khala. Same result, even from round the wicket. Will be another wide. There's a little bit of width on offer, and that's been slapped straight to the fielder at deep extra cover. The Philippines still scoring at a very impressive run rate, over 7 runs per over, and it's been a low scoring tournament. And you don't often see teams scoring at 7 or 8. The Philippines have got off to a good start. They'll be disappointed that they lost a wicket that could have just been avoided. That risky run which Andreno was trying to take. It was a needless run out. But apart from that, no major slip ups from Philippines. 25 is on the board halfway through the fourth over. 9 wickets in hand. Nicely played on the back foot, but can't pierce the infield. She's looking to squeeze it through point, but doesn't get it right. Still, she'll be able to pick up a single. They're able to rotate the strike. The scoreboard ticks along nicely. That's what you want. It's been tough going for the batters in this competition, but as long as you keep getting runs regularly, almost every delivery, if you can score off, then you're giving your side a chance. Now that's another wide, 4 wides in this over from Bayrajav Khala, and that's been their problem. Mongolia have not been able to keep it tight. They've been releasing quite a lot of pressure. That's been punched off the backward, just wide of the fielder at point, and they've come back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. Could have been overthrows as well. Plays it off the back foot. It was a full length delivery, in my opinion. She should have been forward. A little bit of unorthodox nature involved in that shot, and that will bring the over to a close. 4 overs done. The score for Philippines has moved on to 30. Start of another over. Good start from the bowler. Nicely bowled on that occasion at the stumps. Batter keeps that one out. Lets that one go. Will have to be reballed. And there have been plenty of extras in this innings. Bowling has not been tight enough, and the Mongolian bowlers have sprayed it around. They've been all over the place at times. They managed to pick up a wicket in the form of a run out, but so far, as far as their accuracy is concerned, they've been lacking. That's a really good delivery, almost a Yorker in delivery, dips quite late, and she was able to work that one away on the leg side. Low full toss that's been eased away through mid wicket region. The chase is on, but the ball will not win the race. Will be just a couple more, I guess, for Smith. Now, Amar Jargal has shown some control with the ball, unlike her counterparts. She's keeping it tight. There have been fewer extras in her bowling. Scoring rate still above 7. That's a wide. She'll have to reball that. Low full toss that's been hit high in the air and just clears the infield. For a moment, I thought there was an opportunity for Mongolia to get their second wicket, but Valde is just chipping that one over the infield, lands safely. End of the over. It's 36 for 1 after 5. Punched off the back foot. Oh, there's a misfield by the fielder at extra cover. And that'll be the end of the over. 36 for 1 after 5. Now that's going to be no ball. A poor delivery, short and too wide, bounces a couple of times. That's not a delivery you want to ball as a bowler. It's quite embarrassing. Now a free hit. And that's been driven down the ground towards mid off. So the free hit delivery not costing Mongolia that much. It's Jargal Sai Khan who's bowling the last over of the power play. Too wide on that occasion, too short as well. Another no ball. Ball bouncing couple of times before reaching the popping crease. And this is not a very ideal start by any means from Jargal Sai Khan. Punched off the back foot, but straight to the fielder. A bottom edge on that occasion, and they hurry through for a single. Runs coming quite easily for Philippines. I think they've got their eyes on a big score here. Certainly, they'll be backing themselves. That's been guided away to short third, and now there's an appeal, a run out appeal, a risky single, but she gets home eventually. Nicely punched off the back foot towards extra cover. Scoring rate has not been an issue for the Philippines. Lots of runs in the offing for them. 6 runs already in this over, scoring rate at 7.37. At this rate, they would go on to post the biggest score of the competition. No team has been able to cross the 100-run mark. Philippines have the option, they've got the opportunity to do that. End of the over, end of the power play, it's 43 for 1. So, but Setseg comes into the attack for the first time. Really good ball to start with. Around middle stump line, and the ball just holding its line a little bit. They haven't seen a lot of deliveries pitched at the stumps. They've just sprayed it around, as I said earlier, and they've simply not been able to build a lot of pressure because we have seen a lot of deliveries like that. Too short, too wide, some deliveries going down the leg side, easy runs, like literally. It's turning out to be a bit of a run feast for Philippines. We've only seen a solitary boundary in this innings, but still scoring rate above 7 because they've got the assistance of extras. Just like that, this one down the leg side, back to back wides for from Batsetseg. So the control hasn't really been there for the Mongolian bowlers. Almost every bowler has struggled to get their line right. And look at the projected scores, something you don't often see in a tournament like this. 146 if they go at this rate. Oh, a bit of a misfield there by the fielder at short mid wicket. At this rate, they'll go on to score 146. Would you believe it? That'll be more than enough to to outclass Mongolia. And 9 and over 170, 11 and over 198. And we don't need to go any higher than that. 146, 145 should be more than enough. That's been slogged away on the leg side. And a bit of a misfield. The fielding hasn't been quite up to the mark as well. So lots of runs. And they're able to easily accumulate runs at a decent rate without facing too many hiccups. And that's an ill directed delivery, way off target, too short as well. Couple of bounces, bounced twice before reaching the other end, and it has been signaled as a no ball. That's the last thing you want to do as a bowler. Bowling those kind of deliveries is something you want to avoid at all costs, at any level. Projected scores astronomically high at this stage. Another wide this time, I guess. Umpire's checking. Yes, it's a wide this time, but the free hit delivery will continue. Smith and Valdez, you can look at the contribution runs off the bat. There hasn't been there haven't been too many runs off the bat, but extras column has just exploded really round the wicket this time around. And I think that ball has landed outside the cut strip. So it's a no ball. Lots of extras galore in match number 8. Mongolian bowlers finding it difficult to bowl the right areas consistently. That's really wide as well. But Smith does her a favor by getting some bat on it. She hits a boundary. But guess what? It's a legal delivery. That's what Mongolia want at this stage. It was a poor delivery, a hit me ball from the bowler. Look at that, how far wide that was. She probably could have left that alone. It would have been another extra, but Smith just gets some bat on it and easily places it away behind square on the leg side. Similar sort of delivery again. This time, Smith does not get any bat on it, and Smith is into double figures. She's into her 20s now, 21 of 25. The top run scorer for Philippines in this fixture. The Philippines have got their eyes on a big score. And it's just getting too easy now. Look at that. Clearly, the control has been missing from the Mongolian point of view. They've been throwing it around. They've just not been able to ball in the right areas. Lots of extras conceded. And Philippines, in no time, have put on 57 runs in the seventh over. This time, Smith misses out. A low full toss on the pads. Couldn't put that one away. Nicely driven down the ground towards mid-off. Oh, a misfield. And will they come back for the second? No, they don't run off a misfield. Sensible call there. And that will bring us to the end of the over. Runs coming thick and fast for Philippines, albeit in the form of extras. They find themselves in a very good position. It's 58 for 1 after 7. Jargal Shai Khan comes back into the attack. First over was very tidy. Little bit of extra bounce there. Gets on top of it and steers it to short third for a single. 13 overs to go. I'm just wondering how much more Philippines can get. If the bowling remains this brittle from Mongolia, then Philippines have a big score. They've got a big score ahead of them. Nicely bowled. Very good delivery around the corridor of uncertainty. And now they're coming back for another run. Nicely done in the end. 4 runs already in this over. The Philippines are motoring along nicely. They're motoring along quite rapidly. And the two batters haven't had to take a lot of risks. Very wild throw at the bowler's end there. It's been easy going for Smith and Valdez. Smith did lose her opener early doors, but Philippines are right back in it. They're marching along nicely. And anything above 100 will just not be possible enough for Mongolia. Mongolia just could not get their act together with the bat. They failed to cross the 40-run mark. And now look at Philippines' first inning score after the eighth over. Correction, we're still into the eighth over. Look at Philippines' score, 63 already on the board, whereas Mongolia in the first match, batting first, could only manage 30 odd runs. in the full 20 overs. So clearly, you know who's going to be the likely winner in this game, and in all likelihood, it's going to be Philippines. Although cricket is a very funny game, you just don't know what's around the corner for you. But at the moment, momentum with Philippines. It's 63 for 1 after 8. But Nasnan into the attack for the first time. Keeper standing close but not close enough to the stumps. Ideal length, but the line not quite right. Starts off with a wide. That's been the problem which has plagued the Mongolian bowlers. It'll be very, very interesting to see the extras column at the end of the innings. Extras column would have exploded by now. Much better. She corrects her line. The length was really good, was in the corridor of uncertainty, in between type of length. That's what got Smith guessing. Can you imagine that? Smith has faced 31 balls and she was not really comfortable against that delivery. And that's what can happen if you ball a good length delivery, if you ball a good line and a good length, and if you ball it consistently enough, just like that, you will create opportunities. What has happened with Mongolia is they've not created a lot of opportunities for themselves. They've been so inconsistent. They've thrown it all around, and it's been easy going for the Filipino batters. They've not been challenged enough, in my opinion. And the bowling has been quite erratic, as I said, all over the place. Not bowling a consistent line and length. And I think an ideal length on the surface is a good length ball around the off stump channel. That's where you'll get the most number of wickets. And even if you don't get a lot of wickets, you still keep the run flow down, and that in turn builds a lot of pressure on the batting side and it forces them to make an error. So far, we've not seen that consistent effort from the Mongolian bowlers, which is why you see the scoring rate is almost touching 8. It's unimaginable in this format, in this tournament, where run scoring has traditionally been quite difficult. Now we're seeing some really good bowling from but Nasnan. Left alone. Oh, she doesn't get away with it. The umpire does not like it, and that's going to be a wide. Chips it in the air, not really far away from the bowler, towards mid on, and it'll be just a single. 9 overs done. It's 69 for 1. Start off new over. Correction, apologies. There have been some discrepancies in the scoring. We'll get that sorted out, but we've officially reached the end of the ninth over, and Philippines have only lost a wicket. And the partnership is going strong. Smith has been the pick of the batters for Philippines. So Jargal Saikan into the attack, bowling a third over, goes deep inside a crease, tries to squeeze it through the offside, but to no avail. Plays out the back foot again. A good length delivery at the stumps, opens the face of the bat and guides it to point. And they scamper through for a quick single. Good throw there from the fielder as well. Ensured that ensured that Smith ran to the danger end quickly enough. Played off the back foot. Little bit of room on offer. It's racing away to the boundary, but what a stop by the fielder in the deep. Saved a certain four for her side. The Philippines have got themselves in such a comfortable position where they can dominate almost halfway through the innings, halfway through the 10th over. Things are really looking good. Prospects are really bright. Hard work for Mongolian bowlers. They've just not been able to pick up wickets. Yes, they picked up a wicket in the form of a run out. That wicket was given to them in a plate, but now they're struggling big time with the ball, and they need to come up with a better game plan because at the moment it's getting too easy for the opposition. Nicely punched off the back foot, plays it quite delicately. Nicely bowled, keeps it out. Quick single, this could be close. There's a run out attempt, and the finger has been raised. Another run out, another wicket falling in the form of run out. So, another fortunate dismissal for Mongolia. Good piece of fielding effort there. Valdes and Smith were taking their chances. This was a risky single. Throw was a little bit wayward, but the bowler grabbed the ball quickly enough and dislodged the bails in a flash. And we have almost reached the halfway stage. In fact, it is the halfway stage. And after 10 overs, Philippines are 73 for 2. Time for the players to have drinks. So a wicket just at the stroke of drinks interval, an opportunity for Mongolia to pick up few more wickets, make more inroads. Bowling has been pretty off color, I would say. Their fielding has been good. They've shown flashes of brilliance on the field. And that's a drag down, way down the leg side. Only cost them a single. Donovan, the new batter out in the middle, has gotten off the mark. First ball. That's a poor delivery which should have been dispatched to the cleaners. But since Donovan has just arrived, it's a first ball. Just gets a single. Nicely punched off the back foot straight to the fielder at cover. This could have been a run out as well. Gosh. You gotta be careful. You don't want to lose another wicket in the form of a run out. You've already lost two. You don't want to lose another one. Otherwise, it'll be a double blow. And in no time, there will be 74 for 3. And that's what wickets can do to you in a format like this. It can just disrupt your momentum significantly. And as they say, one brings two. It can lead to another dismissal. And then as a batting unit, you're just reeling big time under pressure. That's just too short. And that's been slapped straight back to the bowler. Does really well to put the stop. So 3 consecutive dot balls. A bit of a rarity. We haven't seen a series of dot balls back to back in this innings. Straight to the fielder there. This could be close. A run out. Umpire was probably not even looking at that end. But that was a risky single which was taken. Both Smith and Donovan riding their luck. And the run rate is just declining a little bit now. It's under 7. After quite a while, it was in excess of 7.5. Now it's come down to 6.92. It can drop further if Mongolia continues to bowl well, if they continue to bowl in the right areas. No, not like that. Not like that. You're clearly not helping yourself if you ball like that. It's certainly going to be a waist height no ball, and the umpire may want to have a word with the bowler. First and final warning. I think he's made a gesture. It's certainly going to be a free hit, but it's a no ball and a bye. The free hit delivery. Smith has got the license to make the most of it. Can she do it? Slogs it away on the leg side. Not a lot of power behind that shot, but they'll have to settle for just a single, I'm afraid. All that big heave only results in a single. End of the over, 11 overs done, it's 78 for 2. So Baya Raja of Khala into the attack for a third over. Not a good start once again from her. Fires it down the leg side for a wide. That's been hit quite firmly over the top and away to the boundary for a four. A clean stroke on the up from Smith gets hold of it. It was certainly pitched up into the slot. Her eyes lit up as soon as she saw that the ball was pitched up, and she went through with the shot, just clears her front leg ever so slightly, and great connection, great timing as well. Nearly went all the way for a maximum, but with that connection, she was able to clear the infield with ease. Now, this one through the offside. More runs for Smith. She must be starting to think of her personal milestone. She's just a dozen runs away from a half century. Not seen an individual batter score a half century in this tournament. I mean, teams have struggled to we've seen in certain instances teams have struggled to cross the 50-run mark. But here you have a batter who's on the cusp of getting to a half century. Pulled away on the leg side, backward square leg, cuts it off, keeps it down to just a single. A little bit of room on offer. She misses out on the cut shot. A decent over for Philippines. They managed to get 8 runs of it, or 9 I should say. It's 86 for 2 after 12. Samar Jargal into the attack. She's been tidy figures for her, but no Mongolian bowler has been able to pick up a wicket. We are into the 13th over. Yes, 2 wickets have fallen, but they've fallen in the form of a run out. And there's been poor running between the Filipino batters, between the wickets from the Filipino batters, that has resulted in 2 dismissals. But apart from that, the bowling has been very off color, I'm afraid. And in terms of accuracy, the Mongolian bowlers have seriously fallen behind, and the consistency has been missing somewhat. And there have been lots of extras in the innings, which has really helped Philippines thrive. They've really thrived. They've had no problems. They've happily accepted the gift from the Mongolian batters. Nicely worked away, straight to short mid wicket. Wanted the single, but she hit it straight to the fielder. So there was never a run there. Straight to the bowler. This could have been a run out. Now Smith and Donovan realizing that they won't have enough overs after this, ensuring that they keep taking singles. If there are not too many scoring opportunities, they must be able to sort of rotate the strike consistently enough. Nicely punched off the back foot, past the fielder at extra cover. And Smith will keep the strike for the next over. She's moved on to 41, 9 runs shy of her half century. It's 89 for 2 after 13. Amar Jargal has bowled 3 overs now. Baya Rajav Khala into the attack. This could be a chance. Well, could have been a chance. Smith didn't really look comfortable against that ball. That ball just climbed onto her. First instance of a false shot we've seen from Smith. And I think she's taken a run and she's given the strike back to Donovan. Donovan has got some work to do. Looks like she was not ready to face that ball. Backs away. On the pass this time, and a bit of yes and no in the middle, a little bit of hesitation. She's got through to the other end, but it will be signaled as leg byes. So no runs off the bat. Nicely driven down the ground towards mid off. Will be another easy single. Smith now inching closer and closer to her personal milestone. It'll be a big moment for Philippines, big moment for her. No batter has been able to score a half century or get anywhere close to the 50-run mark. Even teams have also struggled to get past 50-run mark as well in this competition. So it goes to show you how remarkable the batting has been from Smith. She's played a courageous innings. Yes, the bowling has been quite lackluster, quite futile, but you still have to score. You still have to play an innings for your side. And she's done that. She's provided a big platform, a massive platform, a launch pad from where Philippines can really kick off, because we are approaching the death overs, we're approaching the final phase of the innings, and they need a platform. They've already got one thanks to Smith's brilliant knock. She's not done yet, and she's put that one away to the boundary for a 4. She moves on to 47, just 3 runs away from a half century. She's within touching distance. She got a gift, a low full toss, and that gift was gleefully accepted by Smith. She's gonna punish you all day long if you ball there. She's been out there for an eternity. She's faced 54 deliveries, and she's certainly not going to miss out on that. Another back of a length delivery, not an ideal ball to her. With that boundary, the 100 is also up, and It'll be the end of the over as well. She'll keep the strike for the next over. She's moved on to 48. And after 14, Philippines are flying high at 101 for 2. It's the highest score by any team batting first here in this competition. Take a bow, Philippines. They're on course for a big score, and I can tell you they are certainly looking to win this game. They mean business, that's for sure, and they have really responded strongly after being asked to bat first. They've not fired on all cylinders, but they've looked solid. They've been in dominating form, and they've made the Mongolian bowlers pay big time. That's been slogged away on the leg side towards fine leg, towards square leg, I should say. Smith now moves on to 49. Now that's a no ball from Badnasnan. And there have been plenty of extras, lots of freebies on offer. And that's been heaved away on the leg side. Is that a maximum? Oh, you beauty! What a shot that was! A poor delivery, a half tracker down the leg side. Donovan has got hold of that one. Look at that. She gets into position very early. A big heave, a massive swipe. And look at that. The dugout enjoyed every bit of that shot. The ball went flying out of the ground over deep square leg for a maximum. Now a low full toss. She drags that one away wide of the fielder at mid on, but it will be cut off. And this could be close. A late call for an additional run. They'll try to take another run. This could be close. This could be close. In fact, it's gone. Would you believe it? You should not run off an overthrow. There's a saying in cricket. We'll have to take another look at the replay. That was a very poor throw, and there was backup, so she shouldn't have gone for that run. Now, I'm not sure who's been dismissed here. Is it Donovan or is it Smith? If Smith is run out, it'll be a hard break for her because she was on 49. And can you believe it? The third wicket has fallen in the form of a run out. Waiting for the updated score. But I get a feeling Smith has just survived. It's Donovan who's gone. Oh no! It's Smith! Would you believe it? It's an absolute disaster. She missed out on a milestone. Could have been a historic moment for her and for her side. Not sure why she had to go for that run. There was never a run there. And an absolute heartbreak really for Smith. She got dismissed on 49, one run shy of her half century, and Philippines have another wicket. I'm sure Donovan and Smith will have some exchanges inside the dugout. Smith will not be happy with that call from Donovan. Running between the wickets has been a bit of an issue for Philippines. All their three wickets have been lost in the form of a run out. Score is good, really, really good. Impressive score of 111. That's never really a problem. And that's a pretty high full toss. That's been whipped away. That was a buffet ball, really. A low full toss, fine leg up, not a lot of protection on the leg side. She connects it all right and belts it towards deep square leg region for a four. Look at that, a very low full toss, gets into the right position and heaves that one away. No one at fine leg, no one at deep backward square leg. Easy pickings for Donovan. Correction, that's Keen, who just opened her account with a boundary. And now the scoring rate once again going upwards in the right direction for Philippines. Now that's close. That's very close. In fact, Keen has been bowled around her legs. She tried to get ahead of herself. Not sure what she was trying to do there. She probably thought the fine leg was up. She had to just get it fine. And look at what she has done. She's just shuffled way across and she's bowled around her legs. Leg stump pegged back. And another wicket falls. A double blow for Philippines. They managed to pick up 2 wickets in that over. And But Nasnan has picked up her first wicket. She's so far been the sole wicket taker for Mongolia with the ball. 3 other wickets coming in the form of run out. Philippines are 115 for 4 after 15. That wicket brings Busa out to the middle. No need to offer any shot to that delivery. That was way too short and it didn't even bounce up. And a couple of bounces, which means it's going to be another no ball. Not the first time we've seen deliveries like that in this innings. Guides it away straight to the fielder at point. Oh dear. Another quick single. And Donovan would have had her heart in her mouth when she was running to the danger end. They both survive. After 15, it's 118 for 4. So Jargal Shaikhan into the attack, bowling her final over of the innings. Final over of the spell, I should say. And they're slightly behind in terms of over rate as well. By now, they should have bowled at least 18 overs or so. That's nicely blocked on the front foot. And a really good delivery to start with. In the last 5 overs of the innings, Philippines will be looking to go big. And now I think they'll start playing some shots. Donovan has got a bit of a start. She's going to switch through the gears. She's got the confidence under her belt. She's got some runs as well, which will make her feel really confident. And I get a feeling she will be taking her chances. That's been clobbered towards deep mid wicket, straight to the fielder. It'll just be a single. Down the leg side, that's been whipped towards deep backward square leg. And a quick single stolen. 120 is up. And in 20 over game, if you get to 120, it's considered a fine performance. But guess what? Philippines have wickets in hand. They've got 4 overs after this one. And really, sky is the limit for Philippines. They can go on to score 140 plus for sure from here on. And that's been nicely dealt with by Donovan. She's really given that a whack. More importantly, she got the placement right. She knew where the fielders were. That was nicely struck on the back foot. Just goes deep in her crease, opens up her stance, and just rolls her wrists over. There's a fielder at cow corner, but she was able to get it just wide of her. She kept running after the ball, but the ball eventually won the race. And Donovan moves on to 16 with that boundary. Defended this time. A bit of hesitation in the middle between Busa and Donovan. Gotta be careful. You don't want to throw your wicket away again. End of the over. It's 125 for 4. Nicely driven down the ground, just to the left of mid off. She gets around it, stops that one. Just gets away with it. Was pretty close to being called a wide there. Donovan, if she sticks around till the end, she will be able to stretch the Philippine score and get it above 140 or possibly above 150 as well. Chips it in the air, and it has just evaded the fielder at point. They'll come back for the second run. Ordinary piece of fielding there. She's just given away 2 easy runs to the opposition. Nicely driven to the onside, straight to mid on that occasion. At the moment, no big shots, just singles and doubles. We've seen at least three or four boundaries in this innings, which is a bit of a rarity. Don't often see that, but Philippines batters have shown great, great sense of great sense of confidence and great game maturity as well. Oh, that's gone through. That has breached her defenses, and it's bullseye from Amar Jargal. Some respite, and there's some light at the end of the tunnel for Mongolia. Amar Jargal bowling an immaculate delivery, a good length ball, and she plays all around it, Busa, and the ball goes between the gap between bat and pad and knocks the off stump off. Half the Philippine side dismissed. We're in the 17th over. Philippines still in a good position, 129 for 5. They've got the possibility to get another 20 runs or so from here on. Nicely ball keeps that one out. Marjargal has been pretty successful with the ball. Unlike her counterparts, she finishes off with figures of 1 for 19 in her allotted 4 overs. And after 17, Philippines are 129 for 5. But said Seg to bowl the 18th over. How expensive she was in her first over, which she bowled, conceding a galloping 15 runs, lots of extras as well in that over. Now the fine leg comes up, extra cover, also very close to the batter. That's a really good delivery, a block hole length delivery. Donovan digs that one out, and the score moves on to 130 with that single. Oh, that's a shocker. That is way off target. Pitch is miles outside the cut strip, and a no ball followed by a free hit. But said Seg, getting her radar horribly wrong. And guess what? Keane has got the license to go big. Should be another no ball. Very tight though. The ball just pitched on the edge of the pitch. And another no ball in a similar fashion. But said Seg really struggling. Not sure if it was the right call from the captain to bring her on at this stage when she's looking to contain the flow of runs and it's not working out. It's certainly not working out. It's a wide down the leg side, couple of no balls followed by a wide free hit ball to continue, and runs coming quite easily now for Philippines. Scoring rate has gone up to 7.75. This time a little better, the line a little straighter, but not good enough. Another wide. Extras galore once again in Batsetseg's over. We've only seen one ball and we've seen 4 runs being scored in this over, 3 of them coming in the form of extras. Nicely balled. Finally gets her radar right. Finally gets her channel right. And Keane was in some bit of discomfort there. The ball was heading towards the stumps. And she did well to keep that one out. By now, it should have been the end of the over, but because Badsetseg has balled 4 extras, we've only seen 2 legal deliveries in this over. Make it 3 legal deliveries. Very good ball, a Yorker in delivery to Donovan. That's a brilliant ball, which we've not seen much of from Badsetseg. Now, Philippines inching closer to the 150 run mark. And that will not help. That will certainly not help Mongolia. Another extra conceded from Batsetseg. Oh no, another no ball, and guess what? They'll even steal a run. Lots of easy runs on offer. Keen on strike. Oh, it's turning from bad to worse from Batsetseg, I'm afraid. Another no ball, this time a very high full toss. Another free hit. Don't think she'll be warned because the ball was away from the batter's body. But had that been closer to to the batter's body, that would have been a warning. In fact, he's just given a warning to the bowler. Now that's been chipped high in the air. Donovan does really well to get some bat on it, and in the process, she also ensures that it's counted as a legal ball because this over is taking longer to be completed. Look at that, how many deliveries we have seen. We have seen, I guess, 12 deliveries in this over. So Batsetseg has bowled 2 overs inside this over, which is quite mind boggling. Nicely driven through extra cover region. Thankfully, it's a legal delivery for Batsetseg. Now she just has one ball. She just has to get through this over. We'll have to wait for the final ball of the over. Another no ball, balled by Batsetseg. We've seen 13 runs in this over. Would you believe it? And umpire just getting involved and instructing Batsetseg, telling her why that decision was made. A free hit delivery. And she doesn't get hold of it. The free hit delivery has not done a lot of damage to Mongolia, but the over from Batsetseg has certainly done some real damage. 13 runs came of that over, and it was a terribly long over, I must say. The over finally comes to a close. It's 142 for 5 after 18. So keen on strike, I guess. So we're down to the penultimate over of the innings, and clearly, Philippines have a massive score on the board. In fact, if they are to retire right now, they'll still be a very happy unit. Although retirement is no longer an option anymore in limited overs cricket, it's been outlawed long back. But if Philippines had to retire, had to declare correction, sorry, didn't use the right word there. If Philippines had to retire, had to declare right now, they'll be mighty pleased. Now that'll be a dead ball. There's plenty happening, and Mongolia, I'm afraid, they're losing their composure a little bit. Lots of extras in the last over. Then on this occasion, the bowler just drops the ball while running into ball. Nothing going their way at the moment. Nicely driven straight to the fielder at short extra cover. A bit of a misfield, and that has allowed the batter to get off strike. Played straight back to the bowler. Oh, what has happened there? What was she thinking? She was ball watching, and I'm not sure whether she has made it in. Looks like she has, but there was never a run at all. I'm not sure what she was thinking. She headed straight back to the bowler and she started running, and she was a long way down the pitch. You can't afford to throw wickets like that. Yes, you have a big score. Yes, you've been in dominating form with the bat, but these kind of careless careless instances can cost you. Now that's been whipped away on the leg side. That's been nicely played into the gap. Easy as you like. Made that shot look so easy. Let's have a look at the replay. The bowler doing everything right. Just getting it too full, in my opinion. That's what helped her to play that shot. There's one fielder at square leg, and she was able to get that into the gap. 150 is up for Philippines. Would you believe it? They managed to get to 150, and I think that's a record. That's a record score in this competition. No team has managed to get to 150, be it batting first or batting second. And it's more runs for Donovan, more runs for Philippines. It's turning out to be a massive run feast for the Philippines. Donovan keeps getting better and better. She's playing a dazzling cameo towards the back end, slightly on the shorter side. Just whips that one away off the back foot, wide of the fielder at short mid wicket. And the ball kept trickling away to the boundary for a four. She's playing a very fine knock, a useful hand, 30 of 25. And guess what? It's another boundary. A hat trick of boundaries from Donovan. She seems unstoppable at the moment. She's really punishing the Mongolian bowlers big time. But Nasnan at the receiving end, slightly on the shorter side once again. And it's long boundary, and she was able to place it quite comfortably. Just swings her bat at that one and gets the placement right. 158 on the board. Philippines have what it takes to challenge Mongolia in the second innings, that's for sure. Low full toss this time, slightly slower through the air. And guess what? She has chipped it straight to short mid wicket this time. She was completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery. So, but Nasnan gets the revenge. She's got the final laugh, but the damage has been done. Sharp catch by the fielder there, but that wicket has come a little too late for Mongolia, in my opinion. 19 overs done. It's 158 for 6. So Mongolia have been able to pick up wickets towards the end, but look at the target Philippines have managed. Look at the score Philippines have managed to put. They're not done yet. 158 on the board. Tugs Jargal to ball the last over of the innings. Looks like the wrong batters were at the ends, at the respective ends. So Tugs Jargal, can she contain the flow of runs? Mongolia have already conceded a big score. And they'll have a big target to chase, a mountain. And it's a challenge which they've not experienced in a while. And since they've been out on the field for a very long time, uh, it will it would have already drained them out. The energy levels will be low, the confidence will be on the lower side as well. Too short once again, and somehow Tux Jargal manages to get away with it. A rare dot ball. Castillo out there in the middle took a swipe at that one, but she didn't get the timing right. She didn't get any bat on it. Can Tux Jargal keep both the batters quiet in this over? I think they will take a single, and a direct hit would have made matters a lot interesting. 160 is up for Philippines. Too short again. A no ball. We've seen plenty of deliveries like that. Ball just not reaching to the batter at the right pace, bouncing at least twice before reaching the batter. Now Keane has got the opportunity to go big, really big. 161 is the score. That's a Yorkerland delivery on the toes. A good comeback ball after balling that poor delivery, keeping it full into the block hole. Keane didn't have a clue about that. In the end, it's a crucial dot ball for Mongolia. Chips it in the air, gets it away towards point, and they've managed to pick up a single. Now we're down to the last over, last ball of the last over. And Tux Jargal has done really well to keep things tidy. Just 4 runs conceded, no boundaries in this over. And she's managed to get some bat on it. And she's put that one away to the boundary. And it's a no ball, so we're not done yet. And that over was turning out to be a good one from Tux Jargal. But she balls another no ball. And Castillo was able to put that one away with ease. All she had to do was get some bat on it, and she was able to guide that one away to the boundary for a 4. She misses. It's a dot ball. And the innings finally comes to a close. And the agony for Mongolia comes to an end as well, at least with the ball. But they'll still have to come out to bat. And it's not going to be an easy run chase by any means. 168. My word, they need something magical. They need something magical to make a game out of it, because it's not going to be easy. 166, 167 is a very big score in T20 format when you talk about ladies cricket. And Mongolia do not have such a potent batting lineup, and their bowlers have gone for a lot of runs. They've been out on the field for a very long time. Their energy levels would be low by now. But Philippines have done their job with the bat. Here's a look at the batting card. Alex Smith missed out on a very historic milestone. Would have been the first 50 of the tournament. 49 of 56. Brilliant effort with the bat. And Rieno sacrificed her wicket by running herself out. Then decent contribution from Valdez, Donovan towards the end, really getting those boundaries together. 34 of 27 and some single digit scores for the rest of the batters. Look at the extras column, 48 extras. Look at that mind-boggling stat. And that's the bowling card for you. Disappointing bowling card. Lots of bowlers used, but Nasnan being the leading wicket taker, picking up 2 wickets, but still being quite expensive, going at over 10 runs per over. 1 wicket for Amar Jargal. She was quite economical with the ball, but not a great deal of effort with the ball from Mongolia, and they've got a massive target ahead of them. 168 is the target. We'll be back after the short break.
とちあいかっていう品種が栃木県では一番新しい品種。
甘い。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
佐野の美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
いただきます。エナ。昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。50% オフ。美味しい。
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様ご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮をむきます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そう上にジャンプ、そうそのまま。
いらっしゃいます。 佐野餃子。おいしい。結構。音が
削れる音が気持ちがいいです。
そうです。できました。いただきます。美味しい。
陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
出ました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。
ど真ん中タヌマ。
こしあんと粒あん。佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい。美味しい。いただきます。いただきます。
So right then we are back for the run chase. Mongolia have a mountain to climb. Big target ahead of them, 168. Philippines have done well to post a massive score of 167, and it'll be quite interesting to see how Mongolia go about their business. What will be their approach with the bat? They've not really helped themselves with the ball, but can they bat well and get close to their target? Not sure whether they'll be able to end up on the winning side. Not when you're chasing 168. Here we go. Ball number one of the run chase. Nicely ball. Look at that. Good bounce and good carry from Donovan. Takes Tugs Jargal by surprise. She was all at sea. But Jargal at the other end. And certainly they will be very, very tentative with the bat. Can they offer some resistance with the willow? We'll have to wait and see. They really have to get some bat on that one. That ball was heading straight towards the stumps. Now that's very close. There's an appeal. Ball may have been going down leg. Tugs Jargal not getting any bat on that one. And three good deliveries from Donovan. All of them on target. The last delivery could have been a little wider. She's getting it too straight. And she knows if she keeps the stumps in play, she'll get a reward. Tugs Jargal and Bud Jargal will be a little bit tentative. There will be some nerves. And we've seen 4 deliveries, no run of the bat for Mongolia. Low full toss this time. Keeps that one out. This is a good start with the ball from Donovan. She still has to close out this over. And a good delivery. The keeping could have been a little bit better. Allows them to take a run in the form of a bye. 1 over done, it's 1 for none. So Keen from the other end, and she'll be bowling to Butt Jargal for the first time in this match. Chips it in the air and just falls short of the fielder. Almost an opportunity presented. And the ball just did not quite carry to the fielder at short extra cover. You can expect a little bit of tentativeness from the two openers, from the two Mongolian openers. Nicely chipped in the air. This could be taken out. First wicket, first breakthrough for Philippines early doors. And look at the celebration from Keen. She is simply over the moon. She strikes in her very first over. She could have had a wicket in the first ball, but on this occasion, Tuxjargal hit it quite cleanly enough, but just could not get the elevation, could clear the infield, and a sharp catch by the fielder at extra cover. Mongolia lose their first wicket, and Tuxjargal is out. She's out for a duck. Mongolia off to a shocking start. So we've seen the first wicket of the run chase. Nicely played, presents the full face of the bat, keeps that one out. Keane has been bowling really well. She's looking in threatening form, and now with that wicket, she's got her tail up. Ink bowled, the new batter in. Now that is close, really close. There's an appeal, and Keane a little bit disappointed. She probably felt that should have gone her way. That looked like a good shout. Certainly going straight, possibly going down leg, I reckon. But Ink Bowl was certainly caught in front. Now then, Yorker length ball on the toes. Oh no, what has happened there? A comedy of errors. Ink Bowl was not really sure whether to take that run or not. She was undecided. She was in two minds. A better throw, a better take by the keeper would have resulted in her demise for sure. No runs in this over yet. Last ball. Plays it straight back to the bowler, and we have seen the first wicket maiden of the run chase. Brilliant bowling from Keane early on. She's really set the tone with the ball for her side. It's 1 for 1 after 2. Nicely bowled, well defended on that occasion from Butts Jargal, who is facing a first ball, just manages to survive that one. Donovan to continue. She's yet to concede a run off her bowling. And now that wicket will just put Mongolia in their shell. Yorkerland delivery missed out. The keeper doesn't gather the ball cleanly. She's conceded a couple of byes already. That really should have been stopped and should have been just a dot ball. Still no runs off the bat for Mongolia in this run chase. 2 runs coming in the form of byes. Keeps that one out. Nicely defended by Ekhan Bold. Oh, that's another good delivery. Block hole length delivery. Ekhan Bold clears her front leg, clears her back leg as well, and just manages to squeeze that one out. Another good delivery from Donovan. Another good delivery, similar delivery, exact carbon copy of the previous ball, and similar shot played by Ekenbold. Does well to negotiate that ball. So far, the bowling has been good. It's been very tidy from the Filipino bowlers, unlike Mongolia, who were all over the place. Now, a bit of a full toss, a bit of a gift, and it's a no ball signaled by the umpire due to height. Now, a free hit. An opportunity for Ekenbold to break from the shackles. She can't get out in this delivery unless she runs herself out. So, clearly, there shouldn't be any fear whatsoever. Gone, that's gone, but guess what? It's a free hit delivery. So she stays on. Now they're already celebrating. Donovan was celebrating. She was off, and then she quickly realized that it was a free hit delivery. You can't be out bowled of a free hit delivery, and everyone's getting back to their positions. That was quite a scene, really. Everyone started celebrating. The umpire did not move an inch, and soon enough, the Filipino fielders realized that it's a free hit delivery. And that's the end of the over. Donovan thought she had a wicket there, but not to be. 3 overs done, it's 3 for 1. So keen to continue, and she pitches that one up almost at the block hole delivery, at the block hole length. But Jargal just defending that one away on the leg side. Oh, that's gone through. She gets the reward, and she is cleaned up. But Jargal, this time the line a little wider outside the off stump line. There was a little bit of gap between bat and pad, and that's gone through her defenses. Keane has another wicket to her name. Look at that, full and straight. The batter, very, very tentative. She did not move her feet that much, and in the end, she's got to go. Keane has another wicket, and Mongolia already starting to capitulate a little bit. The batting is disintegrating now. They're scoring at less than 1 run per over, and they've lost 2 openers. Keane is on fire. I really doubt whether Mongolia will be able to bat their remaining 16 overs after this. Not sure whether they'll be able to get through, because bowling has been phenomenal from Philippines. Now this could be another opportunity. Fielder interested, taken. Keane has 2 and 2. She's on a hat trick, and the new Mongolian batter is out for a golden duck. Not sure what she was thinking. There was a little bit of width on offer. Wanted to flash hard, but none. But Nasnan, correction, was the batter. Wanted to go down the ground, but all she could do was chip it straight in the air. And a simple catching opportunity by the fielder at mid-on. Her innings only lasted 1 delivery, and all of a sudden things are going downhill for Mongolia. Keen has taken all 3 wickets, and Mongolia just not able to offer any resistance whatsoever with the bat. So she's on a hat trick. Will this be her moment? She swings across her line, and Gansuk has survived, but only just. Mongolia just not able to get a move on, and they've already lost their top 3. And if they bat like this, they could lose another wicket inside the power play. Halfway through the power play, and the Philippines already on top. Keen has taken all 3 wickets. She's now thinking of a 5 wicket haul, and could be her second consecutive wicket maiden on the trot. Yes, it is indeed. A second consecutive wicket maiden for Keen, and after 4, Mongolia reeling at 3 for 3. That's Donovan, who's into a third over, looking for a wicket, looking to join the party. Keen has done all the damage from her end. Donovan has been impressive, but she's looking for her first wicket. She hasn't bowled all that badly. In fact, she's also been brilliant, but she's not been able to pick up a wicket yet. She's desperately searching. She wants to make an impact with the ball. That one's down the leg side. A rare bad ball we have seen from Donovan. Oh, now what has happened there? The keeper was already celebrating, and everyone thought that the ball's gone through, but an inside edge saves Akinball in the end. You can't do anything wrong. The bowling has been so good, and they have been attacking the stumps. Donovan and Keane, they are keeping it full, keeping it straight. And as a batter, if you miss those, you are in trouble, that's for sure. Yorkerland delivery digs that one out. We've seen some terrific piece of bowling from Donovan. Tries to go inside out on that occasion. Nudges it down the ground towards mid-off. Donovan just not able to get the breakthrough. She's bowling really well. She's bowling her heart out. She's just not getting the desired result. But Mongolia already behind, way behind in this run chase. into the fifth over, and they need 164 more runs to win. Nicely dealt with by Ekenbold. She's faced 14 balls and she's not off the mark yet. And she needs to keep an eye on the required run rate and on the target. They need to at least find a way to get close to the target. To keep blocking it out like that, they will be way behind. They'll fall way short of their target. Last ball of the fifth over. And she does well to defend it away on the leg side. 5 overs done. Mongolia are going nowhere in this run chase. It's 4 for 3. So it's Keen who's going to continue, and that's the first run she's conceded in the form of a wide. A rare bad ball from her. There was a little bit of movement away. Length was ideal, the line was wrong on that occasion. Tries to swing that one away on the leg side. First runs of the bat, and they'll have to chase that one. That's the first run of the bat. Would you believe it? We had to wait till the sixth over to see the first run of the bat. Clearly now, Philippines have got the upper hand, and it's their game to win really from now on. The game has already been decided inside the power play. Keane will be looking for a fourth wicket, possibly a fifer. Nicely defended, solid in defense. That's low full toss. Dipped quite sharply, dipped very late. Completely deceives the batter there. Another dot ball. Lots of dot balls in this run chase. Lots of extras in the first innings. Something which you don't want to see much of. And that has been the story of the day. Much better. Presents the full face of the bat. Nicely bowled Yorker. Very watchful on that occasion. Gunshuk playing it very late. She tries to slog that one high in the air, and fielder at mid on was interested. She tried to go for that catch. The ball didn't quite carry, and towards the end, I think Ganshuk has gotten alive here. Keane could have had a fourth wicket, but good piece of bowling from Philippines. Mongolia are 8 for 3 after 6. Oh, that's close. Very, very close. She's been hit on the pads. The umpire shakes her head, possibly gesturing that it's going down the leg side. That's a really good ball. Just takes Gunshuk by surprise. Quick delivery as well from Keane. Ball skidding through off the pitch. Now she follows it up with a brilliant Yorker. She's got that away. She squeezed that one out through backward point region. And they've come back for the second run. Tries to get some bat on that one. And Gunshuk just inquiring with the umpire whether that should have been a wide or not. Looked like it was well within the wide guideline. Defends it back to the bowler. Donovan wanting to throw it back to the bowler. It's her last over. She's looking for a wicket. And Mongolia have been quite vulnerable. So she would certainly want to pick up a few wickets. But she's only got 2 balls to make an impact now. She's been economical. She's kept the run flow down. She's done her part. But she wants to add something to the wickets column. Lovely delivery. Beats the outside edge of Gunshuk's bat. Game's drifting away from Mongolia big time. 158 is what they need in 13.1 overs. Required run rate almost over 11 now. Clearly it's a lost cause for Mongolia. And there'll be plenty of areas where they'll need to work on. Inside edge on that occasion, straight to short mid wicket. End of the over. It's 10 for 3 after 7. First bowling change for Philippines. And Adriano, the opener, is into the attack. Almost gets a wicket first ball. Takes a swipe at that one. Misses out. Another dot delivery. Akinbold is not able to get off the mark. She's faced 17 balls. She's been out there for an eternity. Now that's been heaved away in the air. The fielder was circling under it, but the ball just evaded her. A risky shot, a high risk shot. But you've got to play those now. It's the shortest format. We've got to find a way to instill some momentum. We've not seen much of that in the Mongolian innings. That's a loopy delivery, dips sharply. Ganshuk was not really comfortable against that ball. Tossed up, spinning away, beats the outside edge of his bat. That's a poor delivery. And umpire just checking with the square leg umpire whether it has bounced once or twice. Did bounce once before reaching the popping crease. Oh, that's a really good delivery. That's gone through. And Gunshuk all at sea. She is in disbelief. How did it manage to sneak through her defenses? We'll take another look at the replay. They lose their fourth wicket. Look at that. Just brushes the top of off stump. She went onto the back foot, but the ball spinning away sharply and just brushes the top of the off stump. Mongolia lose another wicket and Adriano has one to her name. So we're almost approaching the halfway stage of the match, and Philippines are marching along nicely. It's almost 5 p.m. local time. The sunlight has deteriorated just a little bit. A quick single taken. Plays it straight back to the bowler. Can't get a run there. So far it's been tough going. Cut away this time and they go for a run. She's got that one through the offside, and they've come back for the second run. That's been pulled away. It's into the gap between the two fielders at mid wicket, and it's gone all the way to the boundary for a 4. Boundary after 8 overs. Would you believe it? A welcome boundary for Mongolia, and that has brought us to the end of the over. That's the shot she played. Amar Jargal just piercing the gap, did it quite effectively towards the end, and it's 19 for 4 after 9. Beautifully balled, lovely bit of flight, lovely bit of dip, little bit of turn away from the batter. Bit of a leading edge there. I think Bowl was looking to work it away on the leg side. It's been a laboured stay for Bowl. She's faced 22 balls, only managed to pick up 2 runs. She's certainly been in her shell. She's not been able to break from the shackles at all. She's been far too watchful. That's a wide down the leg side. She's got that one away towards backward square leg, and they've scampered through for a quick single. Nicely balled once again. Amar Jargal beaten all ends up there. She could not. She struggled to pick that ball up. 2 balls to go. Defends it to the offside. Last ball to go in the 10th over. And we'll have drinks after this. Beaten all ends up once again. And we have reached the halfway stage. 10 overs done. Mongolia are stuttering big time at 21 for 4. Time for players to have drinks. So drinks interval is over, and guess what? Smith strikes immediately after the drinks interval. So that little pause in the game has played to the advantage of Philippines. Smith gets her first wicket. Nicely balled. Look at that. Totally deceived. She was caught in her crease, and the ball just hurrying through a little bit, spins back in marginally into the right-handed batter, and Smith gets the reward. Half the Mongolian side back in the hut. It's 21 for 5. So Erden Bata is out there in the middle. Defended away on the leg side. No run there. A bit of a misfield there by the fielder. And Mongolia are just running for everything, really. They're trying to take whatever they can. It's been a struggle, really, with the bat and with the ball, especially with the bat. They simply do not have enough runs. 144 needed in 56 balls. Clearly, they are out of the game at this stage. There's no way they can make a comeback, especially if they bat at this rate. Fends it away on the leg side. And that'll be the end of the over. 11 overs done. It's 24 for 5. So Andreno in the attack. She's been introduced for another over. And drops that one away to the offside. She was late to react to that single. Eventually, Amar Jargal was quick to sprint to the other end. Defends that one away. Squeezes it past the fielder once again. They're trying to muster runs whichever way they can. We've only seen a boundary so far in their innings. Philippines are looking to wrap up this game as quickly as possible. That won't be a wide because the ball spun into the batter. So Adreno is getting some turn. She just needs to get her line a little wider. Just like that. That can keep the batter guessing. And there's a lot of pressure on Mongolia at the moment. So clearly, Adreno does not need to do anything silly. She knows the batters are already under pressure. She just needs to ball the right areas, which she has been doing consistently. That's been clubbed away on the leg side. But along the carpet will only be a single. 12 overs done, it's 26 for 5. Smith to continue. That's been sliced in the air. Could be an opportunity just over the fielder's head at mid-off. And it's trickling away to the boundary. May not reach the boundary. But that's been cut off. Smith almost had another one there. Swing and a miss. Misses out on that occasion. Defends that on the front foot. And Mongolia are more than happy to just survive out there. But they'll have to score runs. Somebody will have to just give them a heads up and send them a reminder that they have a target to chase. They may not get there, but at least they should try to fight, try to take this game deep, take the attack to the bowlers a little bit, a bit like that. On that occasion, she didn't really get hold of it. And once again in the air, this time it has been put down, I guess. Chance of a run out at the bowler's end. Missed again. It's a couple of misses in that over for Philippines. And it's 30 for 5 after 13. So Andriano into her last over. She's spinning it. She's really giving it a rip. And Amarjal Gull and Erben Datta have no clue about it whatsoever. They're finding it extremely hard to score against the Filipino bowlers. This one a little fuller and ball spinning away, beating the outside edge of Amar Jargal's bat. They've been beaten on several occasions in such a fashion. That's been whipped away in the air, past the fielder at short backward square leg. It's racing away to the boundary, and it's a four. Amar Jargal really getting hold of it and gets the placement right. And that ball was not really far away from the fielder at backward square leg. Let's have a look at that. Two straight on that occasion and swings across the line. More importantly, gets the placement right. Excellent connection. The boundary will just sort of give them some respite. Now that's been hit in the air, but over the infield. Now Amar Jargal really, she's got a start and she's slowly getting into her zone. She's been able to strike the ball quite cleanly, unlike her partner Erben Bata. The last ball of the 14th over. Adriano, can she pick up a wicket? She already has one. Now this could be a wicket. Chance! Oh! She was so close to getting her second wicket. The ball landing in no man's territory. Well wide of the fielder at mid-on. A risky shot from Erden Bata. Was not in control of that shot, but she gets away with it. 35 for 5 after 14. Goes on the front foot. Defends it well. 6 overs to go. And unfortunately, not a lot of deliveries to play with. Mongolia are staring at a defeat, a big defeat. It will severely dent their net run rate for sure. They'll go on to lose this game by a big margin. Now this is close. There's an appeal. And Amar Jargal was beaten all ends up. She's totally deceived in the flight. And the ball struck her on her front pad. Bounce may have been a factor. That's something which could have saved her in the end. It was a tight call. Now this is a hit in the air. And both Amar Jargal and Erden Bata have been riding their luck. They've been hitting the ball in the air, not in total control, and they're getting away with it though. And some work for the Filipino captain. And she's got to work on her field placement because clearly Amar Jargal and Arden Bata are giving opportunities to the fielding side. The fielders have to be in the right position. And that's the end of the over. 15 overs done, it's 36 for 5. So Keane into the attack for the first time in this run chase. Just gets that one away to the offside. Easy single. Nicely defended on the front foot. Ayrton Betta and Amar Jarkar probably realize that there's no way they can make a comeback now. They've already fallen way behind in this race. We don't want to talk about the asking rate. It's probably in excess of 20 now. This one's down the leg side. Will be a wide. There's no touch involved. And she's got that one away. Oh, a bit of a misfield there. She tried to use her feet to stop the ball. Couple of runs. Very watchful. And then Butter blocks that one out. So Philippines just chipping away now. Just 4 overs to go after this one, on the brink of a huge win. And the over ends with a dot ball. Tidy start for the bowler. 16 overs done. It's 41 for 5. And that's the equation you see on your screens. 127 needed in 4 overs. Required run rate above 30. Would you believe it? Musa coming on to ball. Her first over of the match. And that one's down the leg side. And it's a wide. Umpire just took his time while making that decision. Wanted to be sure whether there was nothing on it. That's been slogged in the air over mid wicket, and there's no one protecting that part of the boundary, and it won't go all the way to the boundary for a 4. The fielder has tracked it down, so it'll be a couple of runs. Nicely balled. Runs past the outside edge of her bat. That's been chipped in the air. This should be taken. Oh, put down. Once again, you've seen a few drop chances. A little bit of carelessness on the field from Philippines. That that was a dolly of a catch. I don't think she got her hands in the right position. That is why she was not able to cling on to it. Busa could not get her first wicket of the match. She'll have to wait for it. She'll have to wait for that moment. Inside edge on that occasion. Straight to square leg. Can't get it past the fielder. End of the over. It's 44 for 5 after 17. Now that's been slogged away to the leg side. He takes a swipe at that one, Amar Jargal. She's now the leading run scorer for Mongolia, 17 of 29, a laboured stay. But unlike her teammates, she's done comparatively better with the bat. No doubt about that. She'll have to re-ball that. So Philippines marching along nicely. They are on the verge of a huge victory, a remarkable turnaround after losing to China in their first game. And this big win will do their net run rate a lot of good. It'll get them way ahead. Definitely, that's for sure. Swing and a miss. That was there in the slot. Was there to be hit. Majargal just couldn't get any bat on that one. Halfway through the 18th over. No full toss this time. On the toes. Played straight back to the bowler. Frustration for Amar Jargal. She couldn't get that one away. Another Yorkerland delivery. Nicely dealt with. But can't get that one away either. So 5 dot balls in this over. Just a solitary run in the form of a wide. And that will be the end of the over. 18 overs done, it's 45 for 5. Busa to continue. That's been hit in the air once again. Clears the infield. Erdem Betta and Amar Jargal have played quite a lot of shots in the air. And Fortunately, they've been getting away with it. That could have been a chance for the fielding side. These are not convincing strokes by any means. As long as you clear the infield, you survive. You live to fight another day. Now that's a wide. She'll have to reload once again. This is the highest score scored by Mongolia in this competition, 47. Previous best was 31 or 32. Make that 48 and counting. So that's a bit of a positive for them. But they know, they would probably be aware they've fallen short of their target. They will fall short of their target. They've just not been able to put up a fight. They'll be very, very disappointed with themselves. That's been slapped away. Went straight to the fielder at mid-off and get it past the fielder there. Goes past the outside edge. Pusa drawing Amar Jargal forward onto the front foot. She's beaten all ends up. Tentative push on the front foot from Amar Jargal. Slightly uppish. Chips it in the air, but the ball does not quite carry to the bowler. The last ball of the penultimate over. And at the moment, Philippines are just going through the motions. They know that the game is in their pocket. It's their game to win. No doubt about it. Not anymore. And that will bring us to the end of the over. We're down to the last over of the match. And after 19 overs, Mongolia are 48 for 5. Look at that. The equation 120 runs needed in the last over. Highly unlikely, in fact, impossible. Never in the history of mankind a team has been able to score 120 runs in the last over, in one over. It's never happened and it's not going to happen for Mongolia. The Philippines are a step closer to victory. Busa has bowled the penultimate over, and now it's Castillo who will be wrapping up the proceedings. Nicely bowled Yorker. Ball dips in quite late. Now the question is, 3 balls to go. Can Mongolia at least get to 50? I'll give them some psychological boost. Yes, it will be a very painful defeat. It will be a tough pill for them to swallow. But can they get themselves above the 50-run mark? They try to. But Erdem Bata does not get hold of it. It was a wild swing, a big swing, but misses out. Whips it away on the leg side, straight to the fielder at square leg. So Philippines have not been able to pick up any wicket after getting Mongolia 5 down. Last ball of the match, and that is how the match has come to an end, and that is how it has ended. A wicket in the last ball of the match, and that's been the story of the day for Mongolia. Unfortunately, they have been blown away by Philippines by a massive margin of 118 runs. Would you believe it? Take a bow. Philippines have really crushed Mongolia, and that's a dominating win, no question about it. And they're certainly back to winning ways, and they've made a statement in this fixture. Let's have a look at the batting card. 3 ducks in this Mongolian innings, and 17 for Amar Jargal, the pick of the batters for Mongolia in this disappointing run chase. 10 runs from Erden Batar. She was cleaned up in the final ball of the match, and clearly not any contribution from the rest of the batters. Only 2 batters getting into double figures, and a painful innings from them. Let's have a look at the bowling card. Karin Karikeen, 3 wickets for her. She really set the tone early on with the new ball. Very miserly as well, 1.33 her economy rate, 1 wicket each for Antreno, Smith and Castillo. The other bowlers also bowled really well, in my opinion. Donovan was good, Keane was good, Busa was good, but they went wicketless. And that's the match summary for you. Philippines were asked to bat first, and they really made Mongolia pay big time. They posted 167 on the back of a brilliant knock from Smith and Donovan, scoring 49 and 34 respectively. And in reply, Mongolia have been restricted to 49, and they lost 6 wickets to get to the score. And it was sheer domination from Philippines. And there you go, that's the match result. Philippines have won this game by a whooping margin of 118 runs. This will give them a lot of confidence as we build to the business end of the tournament. That's all we have for you. Our live coverage has come to an end. It was a cracking double header, lot of action. We were fortunate enough to see a lot of action. Tomorrow we'll be back again for another double header. Thank you so much for watching. We shall see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい、おいしい。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。
50% オフ。
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様のご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮を剥きます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そうそう、上にジャンプ、そうそうそう、そのまま。
佐野餃
おいしい。めっちゃ。音が。できました。
いただきます。美味しい。
陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
できました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。